The Chicago Bulls got their own taste of March Madness with their wild 119-117 victory over the Los Angeles Lakers, beating them again, and my goodness, was this ever an epic finish. It looked like the Bulls were dead in the water. Josh Giddy airballs a floater, and Reeves makes both free throws, and all of a sudden, the Lakers are up 115 to 110 with 13 seconds left. But the Bulls, they were not done. The Bulls hit 2 threes in 6 seconds. Billy Donovan drew up a nice inbounds play that wound up with Vucevic throwing a quick pass to Patrick Williams, who knocked down a corner three with 10 seconds remaining. And then that's when all hell broke loose. On the ensuing inbounds pass, LeBron James, with one of the laziest inbound passes you will ever see, he tries to get the ball to Reeves, but it was intercepted by Giddy, who then threw a quick dime to Colby White, who splashed in a three to give the Bulls a 1-point lead with 6 seconds left. And if that wasn't crazy enough, Reeves then gets the layup, which at that point seemed to spoil the game-winning shot from White. But then, with 3.1 seconds left to play, Giddy inbounds it to Williams, who got it right back to Giddy. He took one dribble to half court and let it rip over LeBron James. It went in. An epic game-winning half-court shot from Josh Giddy. And this photo with him and LeBron, it's going to live on forever. This was absolutely crazy as the Bulls win a wild one. Drop a like on the video. Smash that subscribe button for more. The Bulls, they keep on winning, and this has quickly become one of the most exciting teams to watch. I mean, you take this improbable win, for example, the Lakers, this game important for them. The Bulls, one of the craziest comebacks you will ever see, as you see their resilience, their brilliant clutch shot making. And how about Giddy? He had the letdown of the air ball, and then seconds later, he's the hero. Like, this was picture perfect. This was right out of a storybook for Chicago, especially with it being in Chicago. That was the cherry on top. As you look at the Bulls, guys, they are quietly rising in the Eastern Conference standings. At one point, it seemed like this season was a wash for them. There was absolutely nothing to get excited about. But now, the Bulls, they've won 4 games in a row after their latest win, and they are now in the mix for the number 7 seed in the East. Who would have thought? The Bulls, who are now 33-40, are 2 games back of the number 7 seed Atlanta Hawks and 1.5 games back of the number 8 seed Orlando Magic. So the Bulls could very well get into that second echelon of the play-in, where they would just have to win 1 game to get in, as opposed to 2 games to get in. And you look at Giddy, he was obviously the hero of this game, but I mean, you got to give him credit. He could have easily moped and hung his head after putting up that air ball near the basket, but he bounced back in such a big way. And the Bulls, they've won 9 of their last 11, and they've beaten actual good teams. And you look at this Bulls team, they attempt the second most threes per game in the league, and they generate the second most shots per game in transition. They're not very good when it comes to their defensive playmaking. They rank in the bottom third of the league in both steals and blocks, but I love this team when they operate their offense. They're able to just get out there and run off-made baskets. They take advantage of their athleticism, and they just have that crazy willingness to just shoot the three. You look at Giddy, like, we all go back to that trade that was made. That's looking really good for Chicago right now. He has really stepped up his game. Since Zach LaVine played his last game with the Bulls on January 27th, guys, Giddy has thrived in his expanded role. And the guard has posted averages of 20.1 points, 8.6 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 1.4 steals, and 0.9 blocks per game, with shooting splits of 51, 47, 79 in the 21 games since that date. So obviously Caruso, he's done a lot of good things for OKC, and I still do think it's a nice trade for both teams. But what the Bulls have gotten in Giddy it's definitely exceeded expectations and then some. He has really stepped into this role and he has maximized it. And really, he looks like an absolute stud. So, Josh Giddy, he's obviously going to be a part of this team's future. And the Thunder, they may have sold a little too low on their former young guard. That's something that is looking increasingly likely, especially with how well Giddy has been playing. Like, the player they got back in Caruso is going to help OKC just fine for what they need him for. But you look at that Giddy trade in hindsight, ended up being a very big win for the Bulls when you obviously look at it now. So, Giddy has really impressed me. How about White? He has really taken his game to the next level. He's averaging 29.3 points over his past 13 games prior to that Lakers outing. And he has just become one of the best plug-and-play guards in the NBA. You look at how proficient he is with the ball in his hands and without it. He's assisted on 75% of his three-pointers and 34% of his two-pointers. And he can both self-create and play off the ball, which is great. And he's also been solid as a secondary ball handler. He doesn't turn the ball over a ton, and his defense has really improved over the past 3 years. So White has really emerged onto the scene, and the Bulls are going to have a decision to make about him if he's a part of their long-term plan. But the Bulls, they got some very good young pieces, man. And I really like the rookie, Buzelis. I mean, he's very useful. He can really be used in a variety of different ways. 6'10", solid shooter. And that shot, I think it's going to improve. And Buzelis, he does have solid on-ball chops. And he's going to become more of a ball handler, you would think, as he progresses in his career. He's got that super crazy athleticism. And as he becomes more focused on the interior, that's going to make him even more deadly, where then the three-point shot is utilized more of like a second or third option in his repertoire. But Chicago, I mean, we all thought that this team was going to go the other way and tank once they made that Zach LaVine trade. But the Bulls, they got playoffs on their mind. Like, with the way this team is playing right now, they look better than those other playing teams. And I see a world in which Chicago gets hot at the right time, in which they're doing so, and they sneak into the playoffs, and they get that valuable playoff experience for these young guys who are just coming along nicely. As you look at the final box score in this one, White with 26, Giddy with 25, Vucevic with 14, Buzelis with 12, Herter with 21, Patrick Williams with 11, obviously hit a big three there at the end, and Zach Collins. So, man, this Bulls team, they are fun. They take a lot of threes. They move up and down the court, and they're just beating these teams, it seems, in track meets. And this was another big win for them over the Lakers. They destroyed the Lakers in their place, and then they break the Lakers' hearts in Chicago. You talk about the ultimate statement just in this Bulls-Lakers mini set. Chicago gets the last laugh again. But guys, let me know your thoughts, Bulls fans. How are you feeling? All of a sudden this season, it means something. The Bulls, they're going to be playing in meaningful games here down the stretch, trying to improve their playing positioning. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Drop a like on the video, smash the subscribe button for more. That's it for me. It's Luke signing off. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.